Hey there and welcome back to another video. I have a ton of videos here on my YouTube channel all about improvisation, about different things related to improvisation, transcribing, 2-5-1s, alterations, all this different stuff. But it always comes back to how well can you play in the context of the musical style that you're playing in. That's right, you can play the craziest licks, all these alterations, these wild technical phrases, but if you're not fitting the style of the tune that you're playing, if you're not in that pocket, you're not in that groove, and you're not playing within the context of the music around you, it's just not gonna work well. For this video, you're not just gonna be watching, but you're gonna be participating as well. We're gonna be playing together. That's right, so if you don't have your instrument handy right now, maybe come back to this video, but if you do have it somewhere, pause the video right now, go grab your instrument, come back, and then we're gonna play together. How are we actually going to play together? I'll get to that in just one second. But first, I have to talk about why I'm making this video in the first place. Like I said, playing within the context of the musical style is going to be the most important thing for you. So what should you focus on when I say play in the style? Well, it's going to be all of the non-note musical elements. These are things like phrasing, rhythms, articulations, dynamics, everything that you add to the notes to create music. Remember, notes doesn't equal music. Like I said in the very beginning, you can play all the greatest lines and greatest notes that you want, but if you're not playing the right rhythms that fit the style, it's not going to work. If your articulations are for a different style, it's not going to work, so on and so forth. How do you actually learn what rhythms, articulations, etc. fit a certain style? Well, that all comes down to listening. I've talked before about having reference recordings and having quintessential songs and styles in your head. I'm not going to talk about that here, but here we're actually going to be doing, in this video, some active listening in real time, and that's where you come in with what you're going to play on your instrument. As you saw, the title of this video is One Blues, Three Styles. So what we're actually going to be doing is trading back and forth 2 measures each in different styles, but all over a concert F blues. So here are the parameters. The only notes we're going to be using in this entire video, and the only notes you're going to hear me play, the only notes I want you to play, are the notes of concert F blues scale. So as you see on the screen right here, if you're playing a C instrument like flute or any of the rhythm section instruments like piano, guitar, the notes for you are going to be F, A flat, B flat, B natural, C, and E flat. If you're playing a B flat instrument like tenor sax, soprano sax, clarinet, trumpet, your notes are going to be G, B flat, C, C sharp, D, and F. And if you're playing an E flat instrument like alto sax or bari sax, your notes are going to be D, F, G, G sharp, A, and C. So here's how the call and response is going to work. Every time we go, I'm going to start. I'm going to play 2 measures, and then you're going to play 2 measures. Then I'll play 2, then you play 2, so on and so forth. But here's the trick. Your goal is to play exactly what I'm playing in each of those 2 measures. So I'm going to play something for 2 measures, and your goal is to actively listen and then play it exactly back to me. I want you to listen for my rhythms. I want you to listen for my articulations. I want you to listen for my dynamics, my overall approach. If I put any ornaments on the note, if I do any little scoops or bends or whatever, I want you to try to get all those non-note musical elements exactly as you can. Yes, I would like you to get the notes as well, but here's the thing. I want you to focus on those non-note musical elements first. If you can get the notes, that's great, but the more important thing is just getting all those other things. So if the notes are going to be difficult for you, you can just take one note, just take concert F. That would work. And then just try to put all the other things to it, the rhythms, the articulations, so on and so forth. I do start the first one on concert F, and then I go out from there. But remember, I only use the notes of the concert F blues scale. So now for the track, and here's where the 3 different styles comes in. First, when we trade back and forth, we're going to be trading 2s for 12 measures over 12-bar blues in swing. Then it's going to be directly into 12-bar blues in a bossa nova style, then 12 measures for 12-bar blues in like a groove funk style. So it's going to be swing for a chorus, bossa nova for a chorus, and then like a groove funk thing for a chorus. I am using iReal Pro for all these tracks just for copyright reasons. So no, it's not the most authentic track, but it does give you the sense of playing within context. And I know a lot of you do practice with these tracks, and they are a great way to practice. So it's going to be perfect for what we're doing here. So here we go. Get your instrument ready. It's time to trade back and forth. Good luck and have fun. All right, how'd you do? Were you able to keep up with what I was playing? Were you able to get maybe just some of the non-note musical elements? Were you able to get the rhythms and the notes and everything else? Well, the great thing about this video is you can come back to it as many times as you want, and you can just repeat it over and over until you get really good at it and really internalize those lines I'm playing. Then you can go forward with that in your own playing. And don't worry, I'm going to talk about at the end how you can actually use this to get better at your own improvisation and playing in the future. It's not just about copying what I'm doing. And now for the second call and response. That's right, we're not just doing one. What I'm going to do here is have the same 3 different styles. So we have swing, we have the bossa nova, and we have the groove. But instead of changing styles every 12 measures, it's going to change every 4 measures. That's right. So it's going to be 2 for me of swing, then 2 for you of swing playback. Then the next 4 bars, bossa nova for 2, bossa nova for 2. Then the final 4 bars of the blues, groove for 2, you for 2. And then that's going to repeat. So it's going to be swing, bossa nova, groove, swing, bossa nova, groove, over and over for a few choruses. So the trickier part here is you only get to hear me play in one style, then you play back, and then the style switches. So every time you respond to me, it's going to be in a different style than you just played. So it's going to take some really active listening and switching between those styles. It's going to be tricky, but really focus on what I'm doing non-note-wise. Yes, you can go for the notes, of course, as well. But if you focus on the style that I'm playing in, that's going to really be the best thing for you. Here we go. Good luck and have fun. All right, so how did that go for you? Was that trickier for you than just the full chorus of each style? Maybe, maybe not. For me, it was definitely trickier to switch that quickly because you can't really get in the, for lack of a better term, groove of things, of just playing in one style and just locking into that. You have to keep switching. All right, so now for the $1 million question that you're probably asking. How does this help my playing? Well, here's the thing. Like I said in the beginning, playing in a specific style is so incredibly important. Yes, we can talk about lines, we can talk about chords and all this, but if you can fit a style, that's always going to sound better than someone playing the best notes and lines in the world but not fitting the style. Ideally, yes, you want to go for both, but I think fitting the style first authentically is going to be the best way to actually become a great improviser and play authentically. You can become a good improviser just kind of faking your way through stuff, but I want you to play authentically. I want you to hear it authentically. I want you to immerse yourself in it. I want you to internalize it, not just memorize, internalize. And I want you to actually perform and be part of the music that you're playing. So in this video, we just did a short call and response exercise, 2 of them going back and forth. How can this actually help your playing? Well, by listening to what I'm doing, I was trying to give you some standard rhythms, standard articulations, and things that I knew just kind of fit the style. Were they the craziest lines in the world? No. Is that exactly how I would play if I'm on a gig? No, but that's a way that I think if you're breaking into improvisation and you want to really lock down your style, I think those are some good starting points for you. And here's the real kicker and what will really help you, and the intended consequence of this video is that by you listening to me this intently, when you then go to listen to your reference recordings and just enjoy some music, you're going to be doing active listening just like you did here, even if you're not on your instrument. You might be listening a little deeper to what Ella, how she was phrasing that. Ooh, you were listening to how, Sonny Stitt played that line. Ooh, I noticed his articulation there. And then when you go to play and you're listening back and calling back to those reference recordings like I teach, you're going to be thinking of them more actively and more deeply so that it actually comes out in your playing when you're creating your own solos. I think transcribing is incredibly important, whether it's shape transcription, just rhythm transcriptions, notes, full solos, just licks, whatever. By doing these exercises of listening to me and instantly playing it back in real time, effectively you're doing improvisation real-time transcription. I always say that improvising is just composing in real time. Just like composing is improvising, but with a pause button. So you're transcribing basically in real time by doing this. You're listening, active listening, spitting it back out. You don't have time to listen to my 2 measures, stop, pause it, go back, figure out the first note, pause it, go back. Now, sure, this is a video. You can absolutely do that. But my challenge for you in this video is to do it in real time. So that's what I hope you did. And if you didn't, it's okay. But in the future, when you go to transcribe things, hopefully this exercise will get you better at whatever you're listening to. So you probably noticed there was no PDF for this video, and I did that on purpose. I didn't want to write anything out for you. I wanted you to just listen, use your ears, and just play back what I was playing for you and really think about getting in the moment with the music. If you want to go further with your playing and you want to start creating melodic lines and get through chord changes, I have a free resource for you. It's called The Best Way to Create Melodic Solos. It's my 40-minute video masterclass with PDFs, all included completely free, and it takes you through my simple 6-step voice leading process. So if you're saying, hey, this is great, but we only use the concert F blues scale, I want to be able to navigate through chord changes, this is going to be for you. Tons of people have gone through it. Everybody loves it, and the best thing is it's completely free. Only thing you have to do to get it is go to davepollack.com/free masterclass. I'll also put that link at the top of the description down below and also in the pinned comment. Really quick, one more thing before I let you go. A lot of you have been reaching out with questions about improvisation, and a lot of you have been saying, hey, you know, some of your videos are a little more advanced, and I checked out maybe your course Simple Steps, and it goes pretty far, but I'm really in the more beginning stages of improvisation. Do you have anything for me? Because I'm not at the point where we're doing tritone subs and Coltrane changes and double time lines. And I thought, you know what? I want to make a resource for you, if that's what you're thinking. So later this year, 2025, as I'm filming this, I'm going to have a brand new course called Intro to Improv. Intro to Improvisation. It's going to be all about how you actually get started with improvisation. It's going to really break down that barrier to entry. You're not going to need to know licks. You're not going to need to know chord changes. You're not going to need to know tunes. I just need you to be ready with your instrument and just ready to play, and I will show you the way to really get started with improvisation where it's not this scary theory forward kind of thing. I'm going to talk about listening. I'm going to talk about rhythms, which a lot of people tend to not talk about, and I'm going to talk about really how to get started with improvisation and learning tunes so then you can go on and really do anything you want. So be on the lookout for that later this year. I'm really excited. Thank you so much for watching and for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.